Please stay away from me. Do not stalk me. Do not ask me how old I am and why am I not married?
They can't comprehend that I just don't want to talk to you. I'm like, I don't know who you are. You haven't even said hello to me. You just come up to me assuming I'm single. I'm like, go screw yourself.
I did feel like during this time, it was like the most like I've ever felt like being single. That was my Chanukah for like 5-7 years.
Sarah and Max, an unlikely pair in this wild podcast. They're the perfect flair. Sarah's charm, so feminine and free. A Cali girl spirit under the podcast tree. Max a strong force with a punch in every word. Together they navigate the dating absurd. Don't forget to hit subscribe, join the crew for more laughs and tales just for you. Now back to the show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Good for Shidduchim. I am your host, Sarah Levine. And as always, I have my co-host with me, Max Landisman. Hopefully I get through this episode without hacking up a lung. But if you make me laugh, I'm like coughing. Everybody has
Sarah, let's try to make it through.
I'll try to make it through. But we wanted to obviously thank everybody for listening. We wanted to thank everybody for liking us on our Spotify or anywhere you can rate us. Please give us a 5-star review, high reviews. We enjoy any type of feedback. So please email us, which is goodforshidduchim@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, which is goodforshidduchim. Max posts really good memes, has a lot of good content on there. So if you actually want to see a little bit of our podcast little tidbits, those are going up on the gram as well. And next week we do have Bela Seabrow coming on. So we're very excited to have her.
Who's got the greatest articles every week of the 5 Towns Jewish Times. Are literally phenomenal.
Yeah, she has
craziest dating stories, everything.
Yeah, she has a lot to say, and I really like what she has to say. So it's very exciting to have her on next week. Feel very humbled to have. We've been having honestly, like I feel so humbled to be having on the guests that we have had on. So to continue this, this line of having a lineup, I would say, of amazing guests is like, it's very humbling. So we are very excited to have her on as well. We wanted to just wish everybody happy holidays out there, whatever you're celebrating. We happen to be celebrating Chanukah. We're eating a lot of donuts over here. You guys didn't bring it in just yet, but oh my gosh, in Israel, it's literally like the streets are just like donuts. That's all it is. I like walk through Gula. What?
A friend of mine asked me when I was still in Israel, he asked me, thinking I wouldn't actually do it, to bring back if I can bring back a jelly donut.
Did you?
I absolutely did. I brought back 4 donuts, and it actually came home. You know, it's not in perfect condition, but out of 10, a 9.2. Meaning,
that's pretty high.
It's fantastic. Yeah, like meaning a little bit of like the powdered sugar or whatever, or a little bit of the jelly got on the walls a little bit. But overall, coming in from Israel, it did really well.
Where did you get it?
I think it's called something Naaman. It was like the famous place.
Mape Naaman. Yeah, they have good stuff.
Really famous place, yeah.
Yeah. So we're like slowly eating our way through the bakeries. But it's very good. But we hope that everybody's enjoying themselves, their family time, and their holiday time. If you can get off, that's amazing. I know some jobs got to work through it. I'm one of them, so I totally get it.
You work today?
Yeah, I'm working every single day.
That's not good.
Someone's got to, keep down the fort. So
that's right.
But yeah, so speaking of the holiday season, we wanted to speak about dating during the holidays. And we wanted to talk about like our own takes about it. I know that sometimes during the holidays when you're single, it could kind of suck. It feels like a lot of family are coming together. Everybody is asking those questions about yourself, like, so is anybody special in your life, or whatever the questions may be. So we wanted to just talk about it. A little bit of a chill vibe this week, which we like to do sometimes. So yeah, Max, did you want to take
Oh,
it
I just
away.
noticed new glasses.
I do
New
have good
glasses.
I do have
You do
new
have I just
glasses.
noticed them. Yeah, very nice. Very
Thank
good.
you. Thank you so
Yes.
much. When your
Yeah.
mom went to get glasses, I saw these. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I have to have these."
We should get a good for Shidduchim implanted right on the side
Oh, yeah,
on the side of
I
the glass.
should. You're right. And, like, a walking
Billboard.
advertisement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
But
well. Yeah, I can't pay I maybe when Good for Shidduchim, reaches, like, 2,000,000 views per episode or something, if we get
or
there.
whatever, we could dream. But
Yes.
anyways, back to your question. I don't feel that Hanukkah is in the same category as any other holiday as far as um like a lot of people say it's not an actual yontif per se,
Right.
meaning in my opinion it's really when there's Isra Malacha where you're kind of forced to be together. You're have like a 3-day yontif where you're literally just with it, you're in the same house spending basically all of your time with your family and friends, whatever it is, and it's literally hovering around: are you married? Are you married? Are you not married? Why aren't you married? What's wrong with you? How many kids do you have? Why don't you have any kids? Et cetera, et cetera. Hanukkah, I feel like it's totally not like that at all. I feel like it's actually, kind of like a sprinkle of just have a good time. I don't know. What is
Oh.
your, that's just my top of funnel, so to speak, way of viewing it. How do you view it per se?
It's so funny. It's like I always felt the most single during, like, this time,
Hanukkah.
uh, yeah, during I would say, like, in America, during, like, the holiday season specifically, you have Christmas going around. I would say, like, Thanksgiving all the way through New Year's in America, I felt like the most single, and, yeah, I mean, there were a lot of parties that were really great. I think that's what, really got me through it was, like, the sheer amount of the single community where I was, like, bringing everybody together through the Hanukkah, like, vibes and just having a really good time really, like, distracted me and really helped me get through it. But I did feel like during this time, it was, like, the most, like, I've ever felt, like, being single. But then you bring up, like, a 3-day Chag, and I'm like, "You know what? That is probably a lot worse because you can't get a break." Like, you have no break from it. Like, you're constantly either in shul getting criticized by the people in shul, or you're at home being constantly criticized by your family. So there you can't win. At least, like, during the holiday season, you could be at home, you could go to work, you can like take a step back and, like, be by yourself if you want to for a night. But since you brought it up, yeah, no, it's definitely not as bad as a 3-day hog. But I do feel like some people feel that during this time, it's just like friends, family, love, and, like, joy, and people start to think about, like, what brings me joy, and, like, it could just be a trigger. So, yeah, definitely would rather have the feeling around now rather than during a 3-day holiday of our high holiday of Yom Tov. We had
So
to
if
do
you're
it
to
3 times this year too.
So if you were to put this on a Richter scale to kind of try to see like where it kind of compares, a 3-day yontiv is probably a 10 out of 10 as far as like anxiety and just like annoyance when
I
it
guess
comes.
it depends on where you are. But yeah, if
Okay.
you're with your family, yeah, that's a 10 out
So
of 10.
where do you put Hanukkah?
Well, right now, put it at an 8.
When you say right now, I mean you're married now, so
Well,
meaning
no, I'm going back and I'm trying to figure out, like, to put it into perspective of,
when
like,
you were single,
when I was single, like,
you would put it in 8?
I would put it in 8 now because, like,
Really?
I never compared it to a 3-day hog. I just remember coming to, like, Thanksgiving and, like, if you haven't seen your family for so long. And I really didn't go home a lot. And if you're having family, and like especially if you have distant relatives that you haven't seen, and then it's just like then you're just like in the hot seat and you're literally like sweating, and like you're just like, I really just want to live my life right now and eat some turkey or like eat a donut or whatever. But like I just remember being like, I wish like around this time I would just have. Oh, that's why I wanted to talk. That's why I wanted to start my escort, my Jewish escort um
Oh God,
um company. I
real
was
from
like,
you, real
this
from you, sir.
it literally triggered like around this time. I was like, if only I had arm candy that I could just bring home and pay the guy for. And then obviously like we're not in a relationship, so there's nothing there. And we could just like leave each other at the end of the time I'm at home. I don't know. It's
Is it
great. It's like a win-win, and I think guys also would be really into it too. An escort for guys, an escort for women.
an escort for guys, an escort for women?
Yeah.
Interesting, interesting.
A from
Um,
escort service.
from escort service, I can't imagine that being advertised in Mishpacha magazine or anything of
But
that
you
nature.
know what? It would be like the underground. It would be like one of those things that nobody talks about, but everybody knows about.
Interesting. I don't know how far that can go. So who's going to be the escorting? Are they going to be Jewish people or they're going to be non-Jewish?
I guess it depends on the client. What does the client want? Does the client want a guy, a girl? Let's say it's a guy. So if the guy wants someone who looks Jewish, acts Jewish, but isn't Jewish, we got the girl for you. Or someone who looks not Jewish but is Jewish, we got the girl for you. I mean, it would range.
The thing is, your target market of from whatever, even if, and that's a huge if, that they would even do something like that. The fact, like, to actually pay for it is another thing.
To please a mother for
Really,
2
they
days
put
or to have people off their back,
for
you would
three
pay.
for $300 an hour.
No, we don't have to go $300 an hour, but I guess it depends on the quality of the person that you want.
Right. For the record, I was not on board with this idea when she brought it. For the record,
But
um,
now you're on board.
I never said that. I
Oh.
never said that. I
Well,
never
I
said
think
that.
it's a really good idea. And it's
I
just and it will be also for women who need to bring home a guide, just like a titch, or like for a wedding, for if you need somebody for a wedding.
Interesting. Interesting. But if you go to certain Fermi weddings, they're not sitting together anyways.
Not sitting together, but you could say, "Oh, I'm with that guy over there. Please stay away from me.
Right.
Do not stalk me.
Right.
Do
I
not
guess
ask me how old I am and like why am I not married? I have that guy right there."
yeah. I usually have a witty comment for anyone who comes up to I told you when someone's like, so what are you looking for? I'm like, I'm not looking. And they can't comprehend that I just don't want to talk to you. I'm like, I don't know who you are. You haven't even said hello to me. You just come up to me assuming I'm single. And it's just like, what are
Yeah.
you looking for? I'm like, go screw yourself. What am I looking for? Whatever.
And you just tell them I'm not looking.
That's what I said. I'm like, I've done it before where I do it because, you know, first off, it's just stupid to just come up to someone. You have like proper manners. And I'm the last guy to say, like, oh, you have proper manners, whatever. I kind of say it as it is. But the least you could do is when you come over to someone, especially someone you don't know, is to introduce yourself, say hello, start up a small conversation. Like they just go right into it. And everyone who's single knows exactly what I'm talking about. They just go right into it and you'd be like, so how old are you? What are you looking for? It's almost like an interrogation.
See, perfect opportunity for you to have someone with you and be like, I'm actually here with someone. She's over there. That's her.
It's probably a better response. It's probably a better response.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable. I have somebody who I'm with right now. This is her.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a
I just
fantastic idea.
it's interesting. But overall, like I'm going to a party later and it's gonna be a mix. It's gonna be a lot of singles, it's gonna be a lot of probably more singles, but there's gonna be a lot of couples as well. And it feels like a nice camaraderie. It's almost like everyone's kind of in the same boat in a way. I don't feel like I put enough pressure on myself during the year in general. Like I want to get to a certain place, not just getting married, but like I want to get, business wise and everything wise, emotional intelligence wise,
Yeah.
you know. Um,
Shlomi talks to me about like your goals for like business and stuff.
he talks to you about that stuff.
Well, I mean, not in detail, but it's good to know that you guys have set goals throughout the year.
We do. We do, yeah. And
Yeah.
I guess it could also be like it's also just, end of the year. I think I'll give a shout out to the Jewish meme queen. Literally one of the best
Avital,
memes
she's
I've
the
seen.
best.
Yeah, she's great. She was on the show.
Yeah.
And she had a meme that basically it's like 2020. It had like a list of all the years like 2020, 2021, 2022. It says so 2020, this is my year crossed off. 2021, this is my year crossed off, and it goes through until 2024. This is my year crossed off in 2025. This is my year. I thought it was great. Um,
That is kind
I
of
thought it was
funny.
like, yeah, like everyone wishes they were married or everyone wishes they were XYZ.
Right.
But I think it's a good insert to put in here that I think a certain mindset shift can actually really help because it's helped me. I don't remember if if I said this before, but I think it's so important. Like I'm going to say it here. I'm going to plug it in here. Where the word "should" I think is an extremely dangerous word, and I don't think people are noticing how dangerous the word "should" is. If you notice anytime, especially single person, anytime they talk or even just thinking about it to themselves, they're like, I should be married. I should have kids. I should be this. I should be that. I should. Every time they're saying they should, the fact that it's out of their control is just causing them more and more grief over something that is actually out of their control. It's not in your I mean, yes, we could all work on ourselves, but a lot of the times someone's single just because they just haven't met the right person. Or, I don't want to get into the whole kids thing, but you can fill in the blank. Um, you know, and a lot of people will use like I especially used to use the word should. I should be somewhere else besides where I am now. When I eliminated the word should, my anxiety went down, depression went down, all that kind of stuff gets kind of thrown out the window. Um, but it's just like a different way of looking at things. If you just eliminate the word should, I didn't realize how many times I use the word should. Like I should be just in just regular conversation. I think if one thing we can take out of it before the new year, if we can eliminate the word should, I think people will be a lot happier or better off.
Yeah. And replace it with which word?
I wouldn't replace it with anything. Just don't use the word should.
Just kind of set yourself with goals.
You can set yourself up with goals. Yeah. It's just that, like, when you think about it, you're basically saying, you know, um, I should be X. What's the gain from you by saying you should be X? That's just causing you pain, just causing you anxiety, just causing you only grief when it doesn't change anything. So what good is it by saying I should? I
Mm.
should be X. You shouldn't be anything. You are where you are, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be, and that's it. And if you want something to change, then yes, you can work on it. But I'm telling you, eliminating the word should is the greatest thing I've done probably the last year or so.
Mm. That's good advice.
Yeah,
That is
it's good
good
for
advice,
Shidduchim.
Max.
It's good for
Yeah.
Shidduchim.
I was gonna say going back to Shidduchim and and um and the holiday time. I don't know if this is like a guy thing, but I am telling you, the explosion of engagements at this time. It was like astronomical.
Really?
Yes.
Like
Maybe it was just with like my friends, my circles, I don't know, but it was like, "Oh, it's Hanukkah time. Okay, everyone get engaged, get married all at the same time right now."
is
That's literally that was like my that was my Hanukkah for like a good solid 5, 7 years.
what? Really?
Yeah.
That's
And it
crazy.
was crazy because I was thinking, I was like, is there something around this time
I
where everybody is just like, ah, gotta get engaged right now, gotta get married right now. It's Hanukkah.
Do you think it's Hanukkah or the fact that it's around Christmas time, end of year, and they have their biggest sales on rings?
I don't know. I was trying to think. I was like, is it because in the next month people are thinking about like Pesach and like Passover time and then like I don't know. It would just be like around this time. It was like engagement, engagement, engagement. And then people would just be like, okay, wedding after wedding after wedding. It would all be around this time.
So when you say engagement and wedding, are you like separate or like engagement, like
Separate,
engaged to
separate,
get what? Separate,
separate.
right? Yeah, I
They
mean, I
weren't
assume it's
engaged and
just.
then the next day married.
I assume
Not,
it's
not
just
that
like
I know of.
this is the time that people have off work. Generally,
I
no.
guess so. I guess so. So I think that also was like so triggering to me because it was like you could not breathe. You could not have a break. It was like one engagement after another engagement, and then you'd have a wedding, and then it would just like stop mid January through like end of February, and then just start pre Pesach because people are trying to get married then. People are trying to get engaged then before their parents come in or like everybody's coming in, so they need to get engaged before.
See,
So
if
I
they had
feel
that
like
escort service, they wouldn't need to get engaged so quickly. You can use the escort service first, so you can show off your fake whatever, so you didn't get questioned, and then you could plan out your actual.
listen, Max, it's a great idea.
Yeah,
It all comes down to it just being a great idea for Shidduchim.
I
It, it,
bet
it
you
just is full
mishpacha
circle.
mishpacha would still accept it if you paid them enough. I guarantee you, if you paid them enough, they would absolutely allow it.
I need one Rebbitzin to be like, I use this for my son and it worked.
There's nothing money can't fix. There's nothing money can't fix.
like, like, are you embarrassed to have your son around single? Well, check out this what's it called?
Sarah's escorts.
Sarah's escorts. She'll hook you up with the perfect Maidala. Wait, what's Maidala?
Oh gosh. Yeah. Is this and this is somewhat good for Shidduchim, I guess. I guess escort service is
I'm
good for Shidduchim.
telling you, guys, if you're listening out there, whoever's listening, please let us know if this is a good idea. I will patent it and I will start looking for my clients.
You will patent what? What are you gonna
I
patent?
will patent the idea.
You can't patent that. You can't patent this idea. What is there to
And
patent?
then the company that I'm going to
Company.
start
You should stick to nursing, Sarah.
could be my side gig.
No, that for sure. That for sure. Fine. We'll
I'll
trademark.
patent the company.
There's
What
nothing.
should it be called?
We can trademark the
Shidduchim.
brand name. We can trademark the brand name.
Okay, the brand name should be Sarah's Escorts. That
There it is.
actually that sounds like the fast food though. Kind of like a fast
What?
food place.
There's a fast food place called Sarah's Escorts.
I don't know.
Oh Lord. I'm curious though. Getting back on track.
Yeah.
When you were in the Heights or the Upper West Side when all these marriages and engagements were happening, or I guess a combination of both.
It was a combination of both. It was obviously when I was in New York. I wasn't I don't remember this when I was in Turo for college. I don't remember this. I remember constant when I was in college, constant engagements, constant um weddings. And I
Yep.
was like, guys, I'm just trying to get up tomorrow and get to class. Like, I don't know how these women are able to get engaged and have a wedding and then like able to study for exams and stuff. I literally was like thrown off by that, but that was just me. Um
It's okay.
but I
Yeah.
wasn't so immersed in like the culture of like a lot of stuff, like the responsibility, I guess, to go to some of the to like those engagements. That was happening on a daily basis when I was in college. But
Crazy.
when I moved back to the city, and then like my friend group starting to, get engaged, get married. Um, it was, yeah, when I was in the Heights and also the Upper West Side. I will say the Upper West Side was the area that really helped me get through these hard times though, because they really the community that I had there was really fun, really into celebrating being single and being okay being single. I know you have your own thoughts about the Upper West Side, but that was my experience being there. So, um, I really enjoyed my time there for that reason. But I would say more when I was in the Heights, you have more of a YU influence around you. So it's more of like, who's dating who and like, you want a nice YU guy, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But it was just two different places that had two different vibes. But when it came to this time of the year, didn't matter really where I was. I was like, holy guacamole. Like, what is in the water? Like, everybody, even people that you didn't even know were dating. That was like the shock. It's like, wait a
There
second.
are always those people. Yeah.
You're dating someone, like you're actually like dating to get married? Wait, you're engaged now? Like when? How? And then you would get like another call the next day, like, hi, everybody, just letting you know, like, I'm engaged. And you're just like, can everybody just stop for a minute because my anxiety just cannot take it anymore. I need to
Really?
like calm down.
Wow.
And then everybody would get like married within the same time because they got engaged in the same time. So like everybody get married in the same time.
You're saying your anxiety just tripled like whenever that happened?
Yeah, it was like it was more of like a reflection of myself, like, okay, you have one or two friends that tell you that they're getting engaged or that they are engaged. And then the next day goes by and then you have another two friends. Then you have another two friends. You're like, is this like did somebody make a pact? Like is everybody just like secretly getting engaged and like now it's just coming out? Like it was crazy. I don't know. I guess it's just a guy thing. I mean, I guess it's a guy thing for it to just be like not as like crazy, but like I felt like that's how it was for me. And it
It
was it was like bam, like all at once.
it
So it
it
wasn't like a trickle, like a little fountain. It was like, whoa.
it
So you
sounds
had to
more like
so I had to adjust,
it was because they didn't tell you until they were engaged more than the fact that they were just getting engaged and maybe you felt like, why am I not engaged? I should be engaged.
Well, it was yeah, no, there was like an element of surprise for sure. But then it was just like around this time where I was like, why is this happening to everyone I know right now?
Like
Like
I should be
it,
married.
not I should be married, but like what is the time frame that nobody's telling me? Like I'll tell you, like when I was working in the hospital, there was a time where I would say maybe 75% of the women were expecting around the same time. And
Well,
everyone was like, what is going on?
hopefully it's
Is
not
there
with the same
something
person.
in the water? Is there like a pregnancy pact?
That's
Like,
crazy.
how is this possible? So
Yeah.
that was kind of like how I felt. Like, is there like an engagement? Like, packed right now that I'm missing out on. But also, like, I I never had, like, my parents backing me up in dating, like, ever. I was always by myself. So it would also, like, instill a little panic, um, like, at this time of the year, is there something I should be doing?
Right.
You know? Like, is this a time where people get engaged? Like, it was just mind-boggling. It would just, like, throw me off so much, and I could be alone in this whole mindset thing, but, I mean, that's why we're
I,
here.
I'm guessing
That's
you're
why we're
not,
speaking
though.
out.
I'm guessing you're not.
What?
I'm guessing there are a lot of people probably like that. Yeah.
I don't
Did you
know.
did you um did you feel were you at least like were you more resentful of your friends getting engaged, or were you just super happy about it, or was it a combination of both, or
No, I was never the person to be upset with my friends or resent my friends for getting engaged. Like, that was their person,
yeah,
and really respected their choices, even if, like, my closest friends, if sometimes I was like, I don't know, it's like in terms of like how they dated or how long they dated for or whatever, or if I
sure,
met the guy and I was not the biggest fan, doesn't
sure,
matter if that's if that's what made them happy, if that's who made them happy, then like I was happy for them.
sure,
But obviously it sets some stuff into perspective. Like, if everybody's getting engaged in December, that means that they were dating. You start doing math like, oh, that means that they started dating maybe in August or September, depending on the type of person they are. And then you're like, well, should I have started dating in August or September? I would start to like self doubt myself. And I'll be like, no, I couldn't because I was in the middle of like doing this and that. And then I would as it was just like a whole mind game.
like you should have started what like you I mean they met someone, and it's not like you're like, well, I met a great guy and I decided not to go out with him because of XY. It's not like that's the case, right? Doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
No, no, it just in general, it just plays a mind trick on you. That's all. For me, that's what it did. It just played a mind trick. But no, I've never, to be honest, like I've never resented or been jealous of my friends for getting engaged or married before me. I always knew that when I was younger, quote unquote, when you're supposed to start dating, like 2021. I was not ready. I knew I was not ready. There is no way I was getting married. And I'm so happy that I started dating when I did. But um no, I always was happy, genuinely happy for my friends. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, when you go to these l'chaims and, like, when you're at the wedding, I personally would think, like, "When's it gonna happen for me?" "I'm so happy for my friend, like, I hope one day this happens to me." Um, those were more of the thoughts that would go through my mind during this time.
Yeah, when I'm at a Chaim, usually my take is when can I get the hell out of here? I hate L'chaims. L'chaims are just like
Why is that? Like,
they're the
are they just
stupidest,
boring?
they're so boring, waste of time and waste of money. What the hell is it? Oh, Mazel Tov, that's so great, great, and get the hell out. And
Yeah.
they don't have time to talk to you anyways. They're just being pulled in. I don't even think you get gifts at this thing.
Nah.
Um, it's just a waste. Like it's just so stupid. Everyone knows you're engaged. Great. It sounds like I'm like this is just. By the way, and I'm genuinely extremely happy for the person, but like I just hate engagement parties. I just think they're the stupidest, most
I
wasteful
think we
thing I've ever seen.
definitely can agree on that, Max. I don't know what it is. Maybe there has to be some sort of entertainment, like surprise during it. You
Surprise of
know
what?
what would
What's the
be
surprise?
good for something like that for a doll party?
What?
An escort.
For I don't know.
A
What's
from
your
escort.
What's your angle here?
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Your friend just got engaged and you're going
Great.
to L'chaim and you know it's going to be boring, you hate them, and you want somebody to help you with some pep in your step. Let's
Interesting.
say you have no mutual friends, you know you're going to be there, you have to stay a little longer, and you're just dragging your feet. Hello, call up Sarah Escorts. Get an escort, get a girl that's really fun, spunky, that's going to help you get through that hour. And there you go. Entertainment.
Seriously, reach out to Sarah. Yeah,
I'm
it looks
telling
like you really
you,
want
I'm
to take
onto
this business to
something,
the next
guys.
level. Yeah. For the record, I want no part of this, but I'm all for
You
all.
don't want any part of it, Max, but you want the experience of one of them. I have a feeling.
I don't. I don't. I, I've become an expert at going to the Chaims for about 5 seconds and leaving. Why should I sit around and just like it's painful? It's just like super. Even with like even for your friends, it's super awkward. It's so awkward. You're just standing there. Everyone just kind of there. Like a lot of times
Unless
the
it's
food is
good
terrible.
food.
No, a
Maybe
lot
there's
of
good
times the food
food.
is terrible. Um, and I'm not picky. Um,
No,
I just
it's probably because whoever did the food is like they knew that this was gonna happen for some time, so they made it beforehand and it's like not fresh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of the whole God willing, if and whenever I get engaged, I probably won't even do it. I probably won't even do a party. Why would I? Like it's just like
Yeah.
stupid. Just stupid. Congrats when you see me in shul. You can wish me a mazel tov. Outside that, you know, I don't need your stale cake, and just a waste of time. But yeah,
Stale cake.
that's interesting on your take. I never would have thought, honestly.
Yeah.
Chanukah, yeah.
Hanukkah anxiety is real.
Chanukah anxiety is real.
Yeah.
Do you think do you think
But
guys do you think guys feel that way as well, or is it
I don't know. It could just be me. It
I don't
literally
know.
could just be me. It just could be a girl thing. I really don't know. I just thought that like during the holiday times, it's literally like very it's just like shock of like shock after shock in terms of like engagement, wedding, and you're just like, what is my life right now? This is like really crazy. But I mean, or people really enjoy that. People really enjoy the craziness of it all, which is great. But yeah, just giving my take.
Well, this
You giving your
yeah.
take, which is that you never experienced it, which is good.
Yeah, I think
But
more like times like Purim, times like more Yom Tov, and the stuff like I've been working on for a while, so like it's become less and less of a problem. Um, but like stuff like that where it's like families are really involved, like Purim, like you see, it's a big kid event. So like that, but like honestly, I feel like I'm just so used to just being myself and just doing my own thing. Like it's kind of become, you know, not such a big issue. But yeah, but I feel like for a lot of other people, they get pretty down on themselves
yeah, well, they should know they're not alone. You could totally reach out to us.
and reach out to Sarah's escort service.
Oh my goodness, Sarah's escort service. You best believe it, guys. It's gonna be the best thing on the
Should we be
market. You're gonna
advertising
see
in
it
Mishpacha
everywhere.
magazine? Yeah, we should be advertising Mishpacha magazine.
We're gonna take it global. We're gonna take it.
You are
We're
going to take
talking
it.
a me magazine here, like the big mishpacha, a me bina.
Never even heard of Bina.
Really is a women's magazine.
That makes sense.
And
Yeah. If it's good,
what
it's good for
else?
Shidduchim.
I personally think it's good for
The ad
shidduchim.
can write hire an escort because it's good for Shidduchim.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I could just put the ads underneath like homes in Williamsburg and Borough Park and Monroe and just like, just put it underneath and be like, I know you need a escort for your son for this upcoming family thing. I'll just put it underneath.
Well, isn't the whole point for because the parents are questioning them versus like whatever, I don't know. But anyways,
You can use it either way.
yeah.
If the parents don't want other people to know that their son is single still,
Honestly, they're paying for all this other crap. Might as well,
might as well.
right?
Yes. And who knows? Maybe that will actually be a shidduch.
That will be the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Can you imagine if
No, I can't, but
an
yeah.
escort and a client decide to like actually date?
So how'd you guys meet? You won't believe this, but yeah. Sarah's escort service.
You know what? You're welcome.
Yep. So yeah, interesting.
Okay, well, that's all my take. All my hot takes on Shidduchim this week. Thank you guys for listening. Please like us, subscribe to us. Don't eat too many donuts because then you won't feel so good. Then you can't have latkes. So, but anyways, thanks guys for listening, and we'll see you next time with Bayless Ebrow. Bye.
And remember, everything will always be about Shidduchim. Catch you in the next episode.